Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about how we deal with pests, because you know, one of the things when you're running a sustainable farm, you don't use any herbicides, pesticides, any of that stuff. People ask like, okay, well, what about pests? You have a farm, do you have pests? The answer is yes, we do have pests. Known as the Japanese beetle. So if you look here, I'm gonna zoom in. You see that big old ugly bugger right there? Look at that. That is a Japanese beetle. It's actually an invasive species. So do you see the leaves, the holes there in the leaves? That's because the Japanese beetle will eat the leaf of our crops and different plants and foliage on the farm. Now, if you want to know what crop this is our zinnia crop. We do have pests. Now, if you want to know how do we combat that, well, let me show you. So if you look in the back there, that is a Japanese beetle trap. So similar to like the fly traps that we'll use with our chickens, except for this is designed specifically for Japanese beetles. So we have those kind of traps placed strategically around the farms. But then another thing we like to do is we like to have, if you look on the periphery of the farm, we like to have foliage, right? This is just essentially weeds that grow up on their own on the edge of the farm. The reason why we like that is it provides competition so that Japanese beetles have other sources of food besides our cash crops. They're not just feasting on our leaves and eating up all of our cash crop. This is just using natural systems to be able to deal with pests and control pests. Now, you know, it's important to note that our goal is not to eliminate every Japanese beetle. When I look here, there's in this space here, there's about, I can see 2 Japanese beetles, which is actually really good. That means we have low pest pressure on our zinnia bed right now. I mean, there's definitely been times in the past where, you know, we've had dozens of Japanese beetles all in one row here, and to only have a couple is really good to, you know, basically make sure our crops are growing nice and healthy and not being eaten alive by the pests. So, you know, another thing that when I was talking to Emma, who's over there watering, our farm lead, she was, you know, saying like we also don't want to eliminate every Japanese beetle because it is a food source for birds. We do want to keep in mind that just because it's a pest for us, it doesn't mean it doesn't serve a larger purpose within the larger ecosystem. So, you know, just having a few on our flowers, we tolerate that. And our feathered friends are definitely happy. It's a high source of protein for them. So yeah, this is what it looks like when you talk about sustainable urban ag in any city where you're doing it sustainably. It's solar powered irrigation. It's using natural systems to work with Mother Nature in order to deal with pests, in order to enhance the growth of your crops, in order to irrigate your crops, right? So this is all what makes Southside Blooms flowers unique and special. So when you're buying Southside Bloom flowers, specifically our farm flowers, you can know that our farm flowers are being grown the way Mother Nature intended.